I feel like a sexy alien.
You look like a sexy alien.
Hi there, I'm Roya Shariat, author of Mama and Me, and I'm so excited to be here in Sofie's studio today. She's absolutely incredible, and we had some real talk about food, about life, about careers, about hustling in New York, and I can't wait for you to come along on the journey with us.
So, let's talk about your skin before we
Get into it.
Before we start gossiping. What are you looking to improve today?
I think texture, some hyperpigmentation and acne scarring, and then just acne in general. I'm getting these whiteheads lately that have been bothering me on my cheeks and on my chin a little bit. I think partially it's probably stress, but it's also like the heat in the summer and the sweat getting lodged in my skin.
Have you always suffered with breakouts?
Yeah.
So it's something you're probably predisposed to?
Yeah, like I was on Accutane when I was 18 or 19, so I mean, granted that's like 12 years ago.
Did anything change in terms of like medication or like beauty products?
I'm trying to think if it was like a moisturizer change or a serum change. I think the moisturizer change was one. I switched to, let's see, that barrier recovery cream in the blue tub.
Oh, the Skin Fix one?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedogenic ingredients in it, but it's so good.
See, this is, you know the tea.
Well, here's the thing, like comedogenic ingredients are totally fine to use. But if you're trying to clear up your skin, I tell people to avoid them. And the reason why is there's 3 things that cause a breakout. The first one is an overproduction of skin cells, which is happening naturally if you're predisposed to acne. Your skin sheds at a faster rate, right? And so you get a lot of dead cell buildup. And then the second thing that happens is oil production. And when it goes into a pore that has a lot of dead skin cells in place, they become like this congestion in the pore. And then the third thing is bacteria. And the one that causes all the problems is C. acnes bacteria. It's not that you have more of it on your skin, but its favorite thing to eat is dead skin and oil. So it's like all you can eat buffet.
The conditions
are
there for it to thrive.
Right, exactly. So when you go to the dermatologist, they try and focus on strike 2 and 3. They try and bring down your oil production with things like birth control, spironolactone or Accutane, or they put you on low-dose antibiotics to kill the bacteria, so things like clindamycin, doxycycline. And they work because it breaks the event, that chain of events. But if you want to maintain it and keep your skin clear, you should look for low and slow exfoliation.
Okay, I love
because it helps your body get rid of those dead skin cells, and then the pore has like a clearing. The oil has somewhere to go, and the bacteria doesn't have a food source.
So it's not getting trapped.
Right.
Wow.
That's kind of layman, like very easy, like an easy way to explain it. It's obviously more complex than that. Like
in
like
1
things
minute,
like
you just broke all that down.
Stress. I'm gonna start, okay?
Okay.
So let's just do a nice deep clean today. I kind of want to do, well, tell me about your products. Do you have any exfoliation in your routine right now?
I do. So I alternate between the Paula's Choice
BHA,
and then sometimes P50 1970, but it's just because I have a bottle laying around that I'm trying to get through.
Yeah.
I'd like to switch over to your Mandelic though. That's what I'm hoping to do, because I think that will be way better for my acne, from what I've read.
Mandelic is so great because the molecule size is large. So it sits on the skin slower. It doesn't penetrate the skin as fast as things like glycolic and lactic, for example.
But
so it
this
doesn't
is
give
what
you
you're
irritation.
talking about, low and slow.
Yes. That's why I love it for people with blemish-prone skin, because you can use it every day. It's not going to irritate you, but it's just helping your body get rid of those dead skin cells. And then it brightens the skin too, and it's antibacterial. It's like a 3-fer.
Would you use it twice a day or just in the evenings?
I would tell people to use it every other day to begin with.
Okay.
Work up to every day, and then you can start using it morning and night. But it's just like build up.
Oh my god, that feels amazing.
Yeah. And P50 is great, but every day is going to burn your face off.
Yeah.
And I prefer people to exfoliate every day. That's just my hot take. Some people say don't do it, but with my acne clients, I get the best results from people exfoliating every day.
Wow. So I can start 3 times a week, work my way up to every day with that.
Yep.
Where does a retinol fit into that sort of?
Do you use a retinol?
I use Tazorac like once a week. That's it.
So I would actually ramp up your Tazorac. I'm not a doctor, so caveat. The reason why is like retinol is like a knock at the door. You want to like knock on the door a little harder with it. Tazarot, like once a week is not doing anything for you. You need a couple of times a week at least. All right, you're just flirting with it.
I'm just flirting. This is my problem. I'm a flirt, and I need to commit.
You need to commit to that retinol, but don't commit to the retinol and start another exfoliation. Like do one at a time.
Okay, so maybe we'll start with Mandelic.
Yeah.
Work my way in there, and then would it be like the 3 days a week I'm not using Mandelic? I should pop in retinol eventually.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to combine at the same time.
Okay.
What I would say is retinol encourages cell turnover.
Yes.
And if your cell turnover is already fast, if you're not exfoliating enough, what is that doing?
Just keeping stuff trapped.
It's causing more dead buildup, more dead skin buildup. So I like retinols a lot for maintaining, but for clearing, sometimes it's like throwing gas on a barbecue. So just like start with your exfoliation first, and then that will make it easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Sometimes people are like, oh, the retinol, I just don't know, it's like purging my skin. I'm like, yeah, just take it out.
Yeah.
Just start exfoliating instead. I love benzoyl peroxide.
Really? You're a big gal.
Huge fan of benzoyl peroxide. But what I like to do instead of wearing it overnight and getting a lot of like irritation and dryness is to use it like a face mask.
No way, that's brilliant.
So you can get a spot treatment from CVS, like just literally go and get like a clean and clear Persogel, which is like 10% benzoyl peroxide. Dry your face, apply like a thin layer of it, like a face mask, leave it on for half an hour, and then wash it off.
You're a genius.
Short contact application, baby.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Would this be a once a week sort of thing?
I would do it 3 times a week.
Okay, done.
And that will give you like the benefits of a benzoyl, but then without the like redness and irritation you get from it, you know?
Oh my god, I'm shook. You're an encyclopedia. I know this is what you do for work.
I'm a pimple princess.
You really are. You've got a PhD in pimples.
But nobody wants to talk about pimples. That's why, like, I was talking about this earlier.
But
it's like
everybody needs to talk about pimples.
I know. I just want to normalize it. You know,
this is why we're here today.
Brooke and Julie shot just an amazing Naked Beauty podcast.
I've been dying to listen to that one.
You gotta listen to it. It's so great. And Julie's a force of nature, right?
She's brilliant, and Starface is incredible.
It's incredible, and it's really normalizing what everybody goes through. 60% of population will have a breakout in some period of time in their life, you know?
Could you imagine if when we were teenagers we had something like Starface or pimple patches in general?
These amazing lashes.
Well, girl, the pro of these lashes, love them, but that also means I'm hairy everywhere else.
Well, you know, it's a blessing and a curse. Who cares?
Exactly.
I pay a lot of money to have my eyelashes stuck on.
I was just gonna say, whatever you're doing is working, because
pay someone.
I'm transfixed. Well, that person is doing an amazing job, and they look great, but they also look incredibly natural.
They look natural, which I like.
That's amazing.
You know, where I go is there's this place in Williamsburg called Masterpiece. It's my #1 mom hack.
I was just
because
gonna
it makes
say
me
you're
look
busy.
like just a little put together.
You can get out of bed and get going.
I'm gonna hot towel you.
Amazing.
So, come on then, when's the book coming out?
Okay, book comes out October 24th. It's called Maman and Me, Recipes from Our Iranian American Family. It is, I feel like, my life's work. I've wanted to do this for 15 years.
Just got goosebumps.
And it's, for me, it's like, I don't know, coming from an immigrant family, my connection to food is really my connection to home. And if I don't have that, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to preserve my mom's cooking and recipes, and I need to hold on to that. I need to share it with other people.
Yeah,
because there's so many other people from my culture, from Iran, from other places in the world who are dying to hold on to their parents' recipes and families' recipes. And I hope that, one, this gives a bit of home to people who love this food or people who want to try it. And then two, I hope that it inspires them to talk to their family and get those stories and get those recipes out, because this is all we've got.
What's your favorite recipe in the book?
God, it's like asking to pick a favorite child. There are a few favorites and like dark horses. Okay, one is a date and egg omelet that tastes like French toast, but it's like so sustaining and filling because you have the protein of your eggs, and then dates are just like fuel and energy and deliciousness, and I love that.
Is there cheese in it too?
No cheese. It's just like simmer dates until they're kind of plump in butter with a little bit of cinnamon. Then you whisk eggs together, put them in there, and it's a sweet omelet, and it's insanely delicious. Sounds
crazy good.
It's so good. And then there's a chips and Greek yogurt dip that was like my after school snack comfort food that like, you know, in many of our cookbooks, unfortunately, like we don't have those comfort food recipes. It's like, here's how you make this perfect stew that has to simmer for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And while we have that, we have a mix of both, which I love. So like the person who's just hungry and wants a snack and a comfort food can get that. And the person who wants this sublime rice crust tahdig situation can also get that.
I want that as well.
Oh, I'm gonna cook that for you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm gonna put this dome over you for a second.
Oh my god, this is the famous dome.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a little LED just to like kill any bacteria, and then we're gonna do your peel. We never do LED after a peel because it can push the peel in a little bit more.
This is so soothing.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like a sexy alien.
You look like a sexy alien.
It comes out in October. I just got my first copy last week, and I don't think any of this felt real until I held the book in my hands, and it still feels a bit surreal.
Of course. I'm gonna do your peel now, okay?
Go for it.
It's a very gentle peel, like I said.
I trust you.
It's a 40% AHA solution.
Lovely.
All right, so we're gonna start with this AHA peel, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Put it on for 5 minutes, wipe it off.
Gorge.
It's gonna tingle, but it shouldn't.
I love a good tingle.
Go past like a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
If it does, you tell me and we'll wipe it straight off.
Sure. How long have you had this space for now?
We've been in this building since 2020, and the reason why we moved was because the rent just after in the pandemic, should I say, there was just so much available office space, and we needed more space. Like we were closed for 7 months, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh wow, everybody wants a facial.
Oh my God.
Because nobody had had any beauty treatments for months, and they were all just like really ready for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we moved here in December from Canal Street. And that was like 2 and change.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we have 4 treatment rooms.
Are you serious?
You know, for me, like we really pivoted the studio to be more problematic skincare driven after the pandemic.
Really?
And the reason why I think was because people were looking at themselves on Zoom a lot. I think people had more time to take care of their skin in a more like focused, results driven way. And so there was a real need for these like results driven home care protocols. We have a lot of virtual clients that we work with, but also in person. And then I started my product line in the pandemic too. So it took 2 years.
God, that's amazing. How did it not feel real until you were holding like your first batch? What was that like?
It literally still doesn't feel real.
Oh my gosh.
That it's actually a brand and people really like it.
I love it. It's so good.
I'm like, oh my God. I was telling people earlier, it was just like, it was something we wanted to offer our clients in studio, because mandelic for me is like such a massive ingredient that you can get huge benefits from if you have problematic skin. And I didn't like any of the mandelics on the market, so I'm like, I'm gonna design my own, you know, like so lofty of me to say that. And then 2 years later I'm like, oh shit, we did it, you know?
You did it. Yeah. And it's a beautiful product and people are such fans of it now.
Yeah. Are you going to do anything fun in the summer? You're going traveling?
I am going traveling. I'm going to your home country actually in August. So
why?
I will.
Just kidding. Why?
I'm going to England for a friend's wedding, but then also I'm going to go to Scotland for the first time.
Nice.
Which I'm very, very excited about. And I was just actually in London for work last week, 2 weeks ago. London and Paris for a quick work trip.
That's fun.
It was lovely. I enjoyed over there, and it's like a good time of year to be over there. But how long have you been in New York for?
Oh my gosh.
Long time, yeah?
My first ever job was designing underwear for Abercrombie & Fitch.
You're kidding me.
And that was in 2004.
You're kidding me.
No. I got plucked from school. I didn't even go to my graduation because they gave me a job, and I was like, yes, I'll take it, because like
that's a good job.
whoever
Also,
gets
Abercrombie
like
in 2004, girl.
it was like
it's a time.
It was the time to be there. I mean, it was also the time of like multiple scandals and like just
it was a
terrible,
yeah,
you know,
of course.
practice or whatever. But 2004 was like the time to be at those like mall brands. They were just on fire. So I designed underwear for Hollister.
No way.
And all the totes with the seagulls on it. I can draw that seagull from memory still.
Are you serious? I have it. I'm just like drawing it with my finger
right now. And I lived in Columbus, Ohio.
No, what?
Yeah, that was my first ever job here. And then I thought I was homesick. And so I left and I went back to London.
Stop.
And actually, I'm like making fun of my home country. I love the UK, obviously. Of course. I'm actually from Wales.
You're from Wales?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Well, Wales is supposed to be absolutely beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
It's one thing to grow up there and live there versus one thing to go as a tourist.
No, totally.
Yeah.
I love going to visit, and all my family still lives there and stuff, so it's super fun.
That's amazing.
And then I moved to New York in 2008, and I worked in fashion. So like I worked at Michael Kors, Tory Burch. I was at the Gap for a year.
Oh my god.
And the reason why I got into beauty was because at my job at Michael Kors, I had to go to Seoul every 12 weeks.
Oh my god.
And so for 11 years, between Michael Kors, Tory Burch, Gap, I was in Korea all the time. And Asia in general. It was like in Hong Kong.
Beauty inspiration.
China. And so, yeah, it was like just so fun. I was getting more excited about what beauty treatments I was going to get in Seoul and what products I was going to buy. I was like, I need to go and retrain. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to go into editorial. I like to write about beauty, but when I got to school...
And you're a very good writer.
I wouldn't say I was very good, but I enjoyed it a lot. So I thought that would be the route I would go. And then when I was in school, I actually realized I was pretty good at the actual like physical, facial part of it. Mm-hmm. And what I loved about it, Roya, was that I was working with people versus product, because I'd worked in handbags for so long. It was like such a technical, like product focused job.
Yeah, you're sitting in a conference room looking at stuff.
I'd been in New York all this time and I didn't really know that many people because I was always working or I was usually traveling. So I was like, I want to go and meet people and hang out with people and like, I don't know, give people treatments. That makes me so happy. Like, you don't get that from designing a handbag.
No.
It would be fun to like see it on the street, but it's way more fun getting an email being like, thank you for like helping me get rid of my biggest insecurity, you know? Like
watching people who have done your treatment protocol and seeing those before and after screenshots is honestly just like, I don't know how do you see that without like tears to your eyes? It's incredible.
It's so fun.
Also, cleanser wise, what do you recommend and what do you love? Obviously, I just started using your cleanser for the past like 2 weeks now.
You know, cleanser should be designed to clean your skin, be removed, and not have any film or residue left.
Yeah.
Unless you're dry as a bone.
Yep.
And you're not dry as a bone.
No.
And if you're trying to use things like mandelic acid or benzoyl peroxide, like we talked about,
you want to be squeaky clean. So
yeah, I mean, squeaky clean is like too clean,
sure.
But you want to be clean. That's why we called it clean cleanser, because we want you to be like, we want you to be clean in the sense that like you don't have any film to the skin.
Yes.
You don't want any like balming agents or occlusives, you know?
Yes.
I'm really squeezing you today.
Please go for it.
It's gonna be worth it, I promise.
I trust you. You could do whatever you wanted. I'm in the chair, okay? I'm in the chair with Sophie, and nothing can go wrong. This chair is harder to get into than Harvard sometimes, so...
Hey, I'll take it.
You built that, girl. You should be so proud of yourself.
You know what's so funny is that like there's not many studios in New York that offer like real extraction facials.
Yes.
You've got like the old school, like Christine Chin is still doing them.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Yes, the OG.
OG.
And there's also the rise of like the 30-minute facial, which I think can be good if you have non-problematic skin and you just need a little, maybe you need LED, maybe you need a peel. But if you have any sort of acne or breakouts, you need some help with those.
You know what's interesting is like beauty school in general, you're told about it, but not like, okay, this is how you treat it. Like, I think it's actually quite antiquated. Like, everybody thinks that like salicylic, for example, is like the holy grail. Salicylic and retinol, like the holy grail for like getting rid of breakouts. But salicylic is only for if you're oily. If you're not oily, it's gonna dry you out like nothing else. You know?
I know so much.
You can be dry as a bone and have grade 4 cystic acne. And you can be oily as hell and have no acne at all. So it's not really about oil. It is, but it isn't. It's more to do with dead skin cell buildup and exfoliation. And BHAs won't get rid of those dead skin cells. It'll clean out your pores from oil, but it won't get rid of the dead skin cells like an AHA will. All right, we've really done some excavating today, my friend. I'm excited for you.
I'm on with the Pimple Princess, getting my pimples squeezed.
They're really not bad at all. Do you take a fish oil?
Do I take a fish oil? No, but should I? Because I have one in my fridge that I just don't take. It's like the liquid one. That
I
has
really like fish oil for you.
I'm gonna do it. I did when I was on Accutane, God, years ago, and then I did it before my wedding in the fall. And then I don't know, I just have this fish oil sitting in the fridge, and I'm like, I need to be drinking this.
You should be drinking it because it softens. Omegas are so good for your skin. They soften your oil production.
This almost feels so counterintuitive to me because I assume that it would help with oil production. It would like give me a little bit of like bounce and glow, but not necessarily that it would also help soften my skin.
Right?
Yeah, I had no idea. So do you take fish oil, and are there other, what is the word, ingestibles that you think can help?
I think zinc is a really great one to take.
Ooh.
Omega-3s, but always make sure they're from fish and not algae, because algae will inflame the skin and give you a breakout. Yes. And then I also think that you should take a probiotic.
I do take a probiotic.
Great.
I have this, I think it's called Friska Women's Once a Day, and it's probiotic. It's got some vitamin D in there. It's got some cranberry. It's got like a bunch of different things, but it's nice, and I take that once a day, and I don't mind it at all. I've been taking that and vitamin D. I need to see if my D has zinc in it or not, though. And if not, I'm gonna get some zinc in my regimen too.
Do a little mask.
Can't wait.
You haven't done a hydrogel mask before?
Girly, are those the same masks that I bought from you in the pandemic and wrote about in my top shelf and into the gloss? Oh my god, full circle moment!
Full circle
Sofie.
moment.
That must have been summer of 2020, 3 years later.
3 years later, we're doing one in person.
I ordered these masks. Was it via Instagram direct message that I ordered? I don't even know.
You know, I hustled so hard on Instagram during the pandemic. I was selling everything. I was like, I'm not going to be able to like open my studio for at least 7 months.
Yeah, your business took a massive hit.
I'm going to sell virtual consults, which I did. And I was up to like, I swear, maybe 35 to 40 consults a week at one point.
Are you serious?
Where I was like, I actually need to stop working
that's a full-time
because
job.
It's like too much. And Nico was 6 months old. So I used to sit him in this like little baby Bjorn bouncer and just bounce him with my leg and give people consults because my husband works in tech. He was like in the other room working his real job.
Oh my god. Okay, your job also real.
Well, it is real, but like
you were from a desk talking to people on the phone. It
true.
was different, yeah.
But it was different vibes, you know?
Totally.
So, but yeah, I sold a ton of these jelly masks, and then I would teach people how to use them online. Yeah, like, okay, this is how we do it.
I pulled up a video of you and my mom and I, and I'll find the photo. We did it.
That's so cute.
And we covered our lips, and we were like dying, taking selfies.
So
like,
funny.
Who's gonna laugh? Who's gonna break their mask? And it was amazing, and my skin felt so soft and smooth afterwards. I loved it.
That's so fun.
Also, I like aspirationally hope that could be part of your line one day. But who knows?
Who knows, Roya?
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. That's all I'm saying on it.
I just feel like with the acid and the cleanser, you've already kind of changed the game and done some reinvention in this space that's, I think, definitely necessary. So I can't wait to see what's next.
You know, it's really fun designing a product line, but it's also like you have to really like know your game plan with it.
100%.
I'm gonna keep your eyes closed, okay? We're gonna do it over your eyelids. I really want to be very intentional with our launches. Everything's there for a reason. I'm not just being like, we should have a moisturizer because
just for the
we
sake
need a
of
moisturizer.
It.
Everything, like nobody.
That's what you're saying, slow burn.
Slow burn, but like people don't buy whole lines anymore.
No.
Like people like the option to like bounce between lines, and so
100%. That's how we all are.
Right. And I think it's really like you have to understand that as a brand, and
yeah.
and also design products that can fit into other people's routines really easily, which I've been very intentional about. Like, a lot of people will DM me, do skincare is obviously killing it. And so many people are on Deliverance serum. So I was like, yeah, we should do a post where we like explain how to use Mandelic serum with Deliverance. Or
Brilliant.
So many people are using retinols, and how do we teach people how to use those at the same time, you know? So I think it's just really important to teach people how to use the products as well, but also be aware that they're using them with other things. So educating people on that platform, I think, is really important too.
Did you ever think, let's say 10 years ago, that you'd be having the studio, 2, having the skincare line, 3, having this major following?
No.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's surreal.
I think I did what I set out to do, which was I wanted to design, I wanted to have a studio which felt like a hairdresser's. And I kept on being like, I wanted it to feel like a beauty shop, you know?
I feel like
Do you remember Beauty Shop, the bar?
Oh, 100%.
I wanted it to feel like beauty shop. I used to be like, I want an actual beauty shop, but it's a bar beauty shop. And I was like, no, actually, we need to get rid of the alcohol element. It's not going to work.
Champagne in the bathroom.
Right? But like, do you remember Bliss? Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Marcia Kilgore, like, what an amazing.
Iconic.
Like, iconic
She's doing Beauty Pie now,
yeah? It's really
I've
cool.
I've heard great things. Have they contacted you about content or anything?
Yeah, I did.
So you must know Roya W. Then.
Absolutely.
Roya W, OG Glossier.
I know all the Royas at Glossier.
I know. I miss her dearly. She's amazing.
She's so cute. I love her.
She's an angel.
Yeah, I did some work with them. I did like a video. And it's such a cool concept, and they're really killing it over in the UK as well.
Yeah, they're really doing well. I feel like being in your chairs, like the movie Steel Magnolias with Julia Roberts and Dolly Parton and all the Southern ladies, and they get together in this hair salon, and it's where like the gossip is shared. It's where people laugh and cry and share their good news and bad news, and just like friendships are formed. And it feels that way in your space, where we went from talking about food and recipes and restaurants to careers to social media to skincare lines to everything.
Roya, everybody tells me the tea.
Yeah.
I could write a book on the tea.
Oh, that, I mean.
And the reason why we wanted to do this like series of like facials with a conversation was literally because I was like, all my clients are really cool and have like fun stories to tell, you know? Like, who wants to just see a facial? Like, facials are fun, but like, I always say I'm a therapist with a facial degree or like a facial certification. I'm not saying I'm a therapist. I'm not like claiming therapy.
This is where the disclaimer goes over the video.
Disclaimer, I'm not a therapist, but I feel like one a lot of the time. So I'm like having to give this really deep advice to people.
Also, it's like
about heavy stuff.
Heavy stuff, but also you're like the person who's getting the facial, like me, like it's a little vulnerable. Like I'm here in my towel, you know, getting the pimples squeezed out of me. I'm like, I'm ready to open my heart now, too.
Totally.
And but you've also, like, kudos to you, you've made it a safe space for people to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I think acne in general is like quite an emotional topic for a lot of people.
Girl, let's go there. Let's talk about that.
You know what I mean? Like, I've had like people come to see me for the first time and be really angry, for example. So like very defensive, very cold, and like very angry. And
I've tried it all.
You know? And kind of questioning my motive sometimes. And I'm like, listen, I'm here to do as much as I can to like help you, you know?
Yeah.
And like I understand that skepticism. It can be really tough when you've tried everything, you've been to derms and all that stuff.
For me, I feel my skin has its ups and downs, and it's so hard to disconnect that like skin can just be skin and it can react its own way. And for me to not take it as like this is a personal failure, like you fucked up. For sure. It's so rough.
Yeah. I have this one client I saw a few years ago. She was really amazing, and she was a lawyer, and like she was in court, and her whole job, I don't know like all the technical words for it, but she was a defense attorney basically, but for like really hardened like criminals, like gang related stuff and really crazy stuff. And she's like, yeah, I have acne. It's like so embarrassing to go and like try and be a hard ass with all these people, and like I look like a 13-year-old. I'm like, yeah, totally, but we cleared her up.
I'm sure
you know, and like she's super grateful. So it's really thrilling for me, that kind of work, because it's so fun to see the satisfaction of like someone being more confident, it's also painful. Like having really intense breakouts is super painful.
Cystic acne, beneath the surface.
Yeah.
And I think the conversation focused so much on being a teen with acne, and no one prepared me to be a 30-year-old who's dealing with, a whitehead smack dab in the middle of her face. But here I am. So until basically I found your account, until I found Charlotte's account, I couldn't find people who were really speaking about this in a way that made me feel seen and not shamed. And you gave me something to do with it.
I know. Yeah, for sure. Not just like clean and clear, which I love, by the way.
There's a time and place for all of that stuff, but to be able to talk about it without shame, and to be able to say, oh hey, this is what my skin looks like without makeup. And it's okay. For sure. Skin texture is good.
Yeah. Wait, when did you get married?
I got married in October of last year.
And where did you get married?
In Brooklyn.
Oh my god, cute.
It was fun. It was a dance party. That was our whole goal, is how do we feed people and how do we make them dance?
What did you feed them?
Oh my goodness, loads and loads of food, and the cake was, I feel like, the piece de resistance, with like a toasted marshmallow buttercream and a chocolate ganache and a speculoos ice cream on the side.
Okay. Sounds delish.
Yeah, I'm a food person, and our rehearsal dinner was at Sofie, and we took over the entire restaurant. We had 75 of our closest family, friends, and loved ones. They did a custom menu. Nassim, the owner, who's a dear personal friend, she has her cookbook coming out this month.
Oh, fun.
She's incredible. She made me a massive cake with a rosewater buttercream.
Oh, yum.
And people loved the cake so much, they took thirds of it. It wasn't just seconds, it was thirds. And I regret not eating more of it. I regret not only eating that.
You never eat enough on your wedding day.
No.
Right?
I'm too busy talking to people. The nice thing about doing like a big rehearsal with like 80 people was that it eliminated the need to go around to every single person the next night and be like, hello, hey, thanks for coming.
Totally.
We chatted it out. We saw everyone. We spent more time with the closest people. And then the wedding was actually just a party and a celebration.
Yeah.
Which was
so
lovely.
Fun.
It was great. Also, you have 2 babies now.
Yeah.
You have 2 sons.
I know.
How old is Nico now?
Nico's 4.
I know. That's
I saw Chloe the other day, Chloe Hall.
Oh my god, wait, I miss her so much.
And I'd never met her in person.
Stop it, she's a dear, dear friend. Because she came to the event in LA, no?
Yeah, we had dinner at Horses before the Horses scandal.
Oh my god, before it came out.
Oh my gosh, yes. We can't talk about the Horses scandal.
We can't talk about it, but please, viewers, look it up if you're curious. Read at your own peril.
It was the Last Supper, basically. It was like never didn't hear again, but it was great. But I saw Chloe, and Chloe was like, oh my god, the day that Nico was the Glossier boy brow.
Oh my god,
she said it was like Christmas.
It was a cultural reset. Like, Emily Weiss came out of her office and was like, have you seen this? And everyone was freaking, have you seen this? Have you seen this? It was on her Slack. There must have been like 50 emojis responding to it, people screaming. And the way that you found the perfect like soundtrack of vibey ambient music, and you closed up on his face.
Yeah, I drew the eyebrows on, and if you look closely, one of the eyebrows is like wobbly because I was shaking with laughter because he was just chill. He was just smiling while I just drew his eyebrows on. And we made the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail wrote about it because they were like, this is an insane mom. Please look at this insane mom.
I think it's an amazing mom and an artistic and creative mom. Our entire team freaked out.
So fun.
It was incredible. He was the best boy brow of them all.
I don't think he'll ever have a Halloween costume that compares. Like, now he's old, he's like 4, he wants to be like Iron Man, you know?
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, I know, but I'm like, I just wanted like one more fun year, you know?
Like, like dress up as Mandelic Acid, baby. And he's like, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, see? I might still have Rocco for one more year.
I think you have Rocco for another year.
But he's got his own personality altogether.
They seem like such a cute duo, though.
Yeah, the thing is that you, with the second one, you think you know what's coming.
You never know.
But you never know. Like, Rocco, like, really rocked my world, because I thought I was very naive going into it. I was also like back to back with my kids. I did like one and then got pregnant I cried for like 3 days after finding out I was pregnant. I don't want to have another one.
Okay, what's their age difference?
They're exactly 2 years apart.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was a quick thing then.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, okay, it's fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm having another boy. It's totally okay. Like, I know what boys are like, and Rocco is like nobody else I've ever met in my entire life.
So beautiful.
He's absolutely bonkers. He's very cute, but he's also just like, he's a real Gemini. He's like hot and
Love
cold.
Geminis.
You like, I get him in the morning, and as soon as he wakes up, I know what kind of mood he's gonna be in for the day. Today was a bad day. He like looked at me, I looked at him, and I was like, okay, buddy, we just gotta get to school. We just gotta go. And you're like dragging him down the street, you know, while carrying everything to come here. Oh, he's just mental, but I love him so much. You are all set, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you in the mirror what's going on, okay?
Oh my gosh.
So we did a lot of extractions today.
Do I look like a tomato?
No, not at all.
Oh my god, I look like a glowy little angel.
You can see where we just did a little extraction here and here, a couple on here as well.
Yeah, it looks great.
I would love to see you back in like a month.
I'll be
if
back.
you've come back.
I will.
I want you to start taking a fish oil.
Okay.
In 4 weeks' time, your skin is going to be so much more easy to extract.
Wow.
So if you do that and then also drink a bunch of water before coming in, it just makes everything easier to extract. So we'll do that in a month or so.
Oh my gosh.
But thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to give you a mandalic before you leave as well.
Okay, thank you, my angel.
We didn't stop gassing.